Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Today I have a tutorial on this look right here. I will just be focusing on the eyes because I feel like everything else on my face I don't really change up that much, so it gets super repetitive. And also we don't want to be sitting here for 20 minutes like watching me do the same thing over and over and over and over again. So I'm just going to be focusing on the eyes. But I was inspired to do this. I had seen a picture on Pinterest, I think it was Pinterest, like a while back, and I just like, it popped into my head the other day and I was like, oh my gosh, I want to recreate that look. And I couldn't find the picture again, so I just kind of like went with it in my head from what I could remember. And it's just this like very kind of coppery, glittery lid with a pop of blue on the lower lash line. So make sure that you hit that subscribe button down below and hit that little bell so you'll be notified. That way you'll be part of the family and you won't miss out on any future videos. Also, if you do like this tutorial, make sure to give it a big thumbs up for me. And if you want to see how to get this look, then let's just get started. Hey guys, you know the drill here. I'm just going to be priming my eyelids to cover up that discoloration and the veins. And then just taking any old like bone or skin color shadow to set down that NYX base. For this look today, I'm going to be working out of the Naked 2 Basics palette. And just to set down that base, I am taking the shade Skimp, which is the lightest shade in the palette. Next, we're going in with the shade Frisk and putting this all in the crease. This is kind of going to work as our transition shade. Just to deepen that up and make it a little bit darker, I'm going in with the second to the darkest shade in the palette called Primal, and it's just a nice cool tone brown. I'm just adding this really on the outer V and concentrating it a little bit under that transition shade, but just really working it in there. And finally, just taking the darkest shade in the palette called Undone and just focusing this mainly on that very outer V just to deepen that up a little bit, taking it slightly into the crease but mainly focusing on the outer V. You know how I roll, just taking a clean blending brush and just blending those edges, making sure everything is seamless. For the fun part, taking my e.l.f. smudge pot in the shade Ain't That Sweet. And if you guys have been watching me for a while, you know I'm obsessed with this. I love to use it as a base under pretty much any glittery shadow. It just really makes the pigment so amazing and stand out way more than just if you use the glitter by itself. And then for the star of the show, I'm going in with the Ulta brand Gel Bounce eyeshadow in the shade Glam. And it is just this gorgeous, like coppery brown toned glitter. And over top of that smudge pot from e.l.f., it just is so gorgeous. Going in now with another clean blending brush, I'm really just making sure those edges where we applied the glitter are smooth and they blend in well with the transition shades. For my liner here, you probably guessed it, I'm taking the Ciate London Fierce Flicks liner in the shade Black and just starting the outline of that wing. As you can see here, I did try to fill in that wing with the same liner that I did the outline with, but it just was not working. For me, I really prefer a liquid liner for that. So I switched over to my NYC liquid liner and just filled in the rest of that wing. And did the rest of my face. So to get started on the lower lash line, I'm going back into that Naked Basics 2 palette with the shade Primal and just putting this super close to my lower lash line. For the fun part, I'm taking the Wet n Wild Mega Liner in the shade Voltage Blue. And honestly, guys, I was so impressed by this liner. I've never really tried any of their liners, especially not a colored one. But overall, this liner is super pigmented and super easy to apply. And then also just taking the Wet n Wild single little shadow in the shade Suede, which is just this gorgeous deep blue with kind of like silver reflex in there, and just putting this over top of that liner to kind of set it down, make sure it doesn't run anywhere, and just make it pop a little bit more. For my lip combo today, I started out with the ColourPop liquid lipstick in the shade Little Licious. Just applied this all over the lips and then topped it with a Makeup Revolution Intense Lacquer in the shade More Than I Could Give. And I just think it gives a beautiful kind of nudish pink look. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I hope that you guys like it as much as I do. I'm actually super happy with the way that it turned out. I'm not usually one to play with color, but I really like this look. Also, once again, if you have any ideas, requests, anything that you want to see, anything like that, let me know in the comments down below. I'm always up to try new things and just have fresh new ideas, so definitely let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.